Dark. What do we have here? What do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? We have a situation where James Comey is once again the center of attention. Comey is once again the center of attention. Look at that. And no hair to brush, just Comey is once again the center of attention. Let's go ahead. It is July 30th, 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, it is July 30th, 2018. I'll have you know that we will never, ever we will never stop talking about Comey and all of them until Clinton eventually gets indicted. But it's July 30th, 2018. And it's like we're still in 2016. That's because when there are egregious crimes committed, justice never sleeps, but also you never stop talking about egregious breaches of protocol or crimes or anything like that. James Comey presided over an obvious cover-up. So let's go ahead. House GOP intends to seek Comey interview after August recess. House Republicans are planning to seek an interview with former Director James Comey in September to discuss his decision-making during the 2016 election, the Hill has learned. So to my super chat, thank you so very, very much. I appreciate your support, and I thank you for supporting this channel. But there will never be an end to James Comey because it was an obvious cover-up. So brainwashed. They can't realize that not everything is morally relative or just, oh, well, they're just as corrupt. No. Politics, if the tables were turned, they would never allow a FISA warrant to be signed based on hearsay and gossip against Clinton. These are smart people. They know what they're doing. These are smart people. If the tables were turned, you would never allow that. Why an interview with former FBI Director James Comey in September to discuss his decision-making during the 2016 election. GOP members of the House Judiciary and House Oversight and Government Reforms committees are expected to request Comey's testimony after lawmakers return from their 4-week August recess. The Judiciary and Oversight Committees, which are leading a joint investigation into the FBI's investigation into Hillary Clinton's use. Wow. What is that we read? The Judiciary and House Committees, which are leading a joint investigation into the FBI's investigation into Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server while she was Secretary of State, are eager to press the former FBI chief on a series of decisions he made during the 2016 campaign and after Trump fired him in May 2017. Don't think they're not going to use Peter Strzok's testimony, Lisa Page's testimony. Ladies and gentlemen, also, please go ahead and share this, tweet this out, share this on Facebook or Instagram, wherever you're at. You can actually just go ahead and I think on the YouTube page, there's a way to share it, but you can copy and paste the link if you'd like. And what have I been saying forever? There is a joint investigation. There's an investigation. And they're never going to stop talking about. They're never, ever, ever going to stop talking about this because it was an obvious cover-up. It was an absolute obvious cover-up. Exactly. Comey has a higher loyalty. What they do is they act in the most bizarre, like the antithesis of who they are. So with Comey, it's like, I have a higher loyalty. It's a higher loyalty, don't you know? Everyone's like, barf. It's horrible. The Judiciary and Oversight Committees, which are leading a joint investigation of the FBI's investigation into Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server while she was Secretary of State, are eager to press the former FBI chief on a series of decisions he made. So there you go. I mean, they're on to him. Thank you, Sean. They're on to him. They know what's going on. Thank you, Patriots Fight. Hashtag Great Awakening. Thank you. They know what's going on. Everyone knows what's going on. Comey knows that we know that he covered up everything. Everybody knows what we know. There is no there's nothing to hide here. There's nothing to hide here. There's nothing like going on where people are hiding. The lawmakers, one Democrat and two Republicans, indicated that planning is still in its early stages, and an invitation has not yet been extended to Comey. Yeah, but they're going to extend the invitation because we have to wait. I can't believe this. NBC reporter dismisses Daily Caller as Trump's pet media, and the NBC reporter is working for a company that is Clinton's pet media, along with every other major media company. At least the Daily Caller presents an objective viewpoint or a conservative viewpoint, but an objective viewpoint on a lot of things. Not everything is Obama is great, Clinton is great, Comey is fantastic. How dare you even disparage the Mueller probe? Oh, yeah, the Fisa application and the Steele dossier, those are all wonderful. And the only rebuttal they have is, well, you know, it wasn't just the Steele dossier. It was also a drunken conversation between Alexander Downer and Dumbo Downer and George Papadopoulos. So it wasn't just the Steele dossier that has caused BuzzFeed to be sued and to sue the DNC. How ridiculous. I mean, I've been published in the Daily Caller a number of times, and I'm very, very proud of that. The Daily Caller is a great publication. Just because it's conservative doesn't make it this, horrendous publication. MSNBC, CNN, all of those places. Who loves you, baby? Deputy Dog. Who loves you, baby? Telly Savalas. How did you know I was on YouTube watching Telly Savalas? Like half an hour ago. Who loves you, baby? Oh, that's right. A little Kojak action. So here we have Comey is on the list of witnesses to bring in over the next 8 weeks, but will probably be for deposition, not a public hearing. Even better. Wow. I should have actually stated deposition, not testifying. I should have actually said deposition. Deposition is worse. You have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where Comey is just going ahead and he's not anyone's homie. Comey is on the list of witnesses to bring over the next 8 weeks, but will probably be for a deposition. Wow. So what they're doing, they're not stupid. They already have a Strzok testimony. They already have Lisa Page testimony. They're not stupid. I want to hear this.
Miss Celine Dion. You want to talk about singing?
Tommy and Lynn, thank you. Look at that. Let's see this here.
Let's sing. You want to sing? He's going to sing. Manafort's going to sing. You want to Andrew McCabe's new name is Celine Dion. You want to talk about singing? It's not even. If he does, let's put it this way, there's no point. There's no point to cover up anything anymore.
Tommy and Lynn, thank you. Thank you. So I'm getting some love from Twitter here. So, ladies and gentlemen, to my super chat, thank you so very much as well. What can I tell you? So the other Republicans said if Comey didn't respond to an invitation to appear voluntarily, they would probably subpoena him. If he resists, there is a discussion, and I anticipate there would be a subpoena. So here's the thing. It's never, ever going to end. Do you understand? It's never, ever going to end. Ever. Hold on, I have to hear this. Dershowitz on MSNBC panel, don't you dare accuse me of defending Trump. So they're so hate-filled regarding Trump. And Dershowitz is like he's just saying what's right. He actually spends a great deal of time trying to be middle of the road and nonpartisan. And they can't stand it. They cannot stand it.
Let's get into the context a little bit. Let's listen to what the president. Much of the
Explain a little bit, but nobody.
no, nobody. I didn't know that.
It's a very unimportant. Sounded like a very unimportant.
So
Capital One and Hotels.com are giving venture card holders.
I mean, this is just, hold on, Michael Cohen. Now they have these stupid tapes. It's like so ridiculous. Rudy Giuliani's self-contradictory statements? No. It's not self-contradictory. Even comedy is dead. The Rose Man, Mueller will drag it until he gets fired. Then the games begin. Yes. Then the games do begin. Big time. Big time. The Rose Man. Thank you so much, the Rose Man. Yes. Absolutely. Then the games do begin. That's true. That is true. If he decides to drag it, he'll get fired, and I believe he'll get fired. And that's true. The Rose Man, you're 100% right. I think, though, what's going to take place is that. Thank you, Paul HB. You know what? I don't think anyone's gotten a notification. Well, I think a couple of notifications today, but it's been slow today. It's so slow today. We usually rock like close to 1,000 every live stream, and this is, today has been so slow. My 4th live stream, but it's so slow. Because there's really not there's a lot of things happening, but it's not like, something crazy. Yesterday was interesting. But Loud Citizen, if they're gonna all sing White Christmas. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Loud Citizen. Just so Doug E. So that's okay. So let's go ahead. So that's what's taking place in terms of James Comey. But let's go ahead and listen to James Comey again, or watch James Comey again. House GOP intends to seek August recess, interview after August recess, Washington Examiner. DC to pull James Comey back in. It'll never end. Look, this is all to just save Hillary Clinton. There's too many spinning plates. She's going to get indicted. And just like nobody thought that that Trump would win, but I did. I said that Trump would win. Get real. Thank you. I said that Clinton's going to win. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah. Heaven forbid. I said that Trump was going to win if it's Clinton. I've stated that in 2015. Omar, thank you. Yeah, we didn't get, not a lot of people got notifications today from me. But here is DC ready to pull James Comey back in. I wonder why. It will never end. Ever, 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 ever end. None of this is going to end ever. None of this. And that's the thing. I mean, they don't get, like, people in DC don't, and they're like, when are they just going to forget about this stuff? They're never going to forget about it. They're never going to forget about it. Because she committed crimes and people were covering for Clinton. So, and that's the issue. That's the issue. They're never going to forget about it because she actually committed crimes. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody watching. Whew. All right, so let's just read this. DC ready to pull James Comey back in. Washington, D.C. could soon be seeing more of former director James Comey following his book tour across the U.S. promoting his memoir, A Higher Loyalty. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Truth lies in leadership. A higher loyalty after he presides over the most overt public cover-up in the history of mankind. There is no greater example of a cover-up. She deliberately transferred top secret and special access program intelligence outside the U.S. government in a server in her basement. And everybody's okay with that. Well, nobody's okay with that, but they expect the DC establishment or liberal establishment expects everyone to just forget about it. Sorry. Then Clinton buys a Fisa warrant. Then Clinton buys a DNC hacking myth with CrowdStrike. So it's all a bunch of nonsense. The tables were turned. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Lawmakers on the House Judiciary and House Oversight and Government Reform Committees who are conducting probes concerning the FBI's investigation of Clinton's private email server. Hello. What has HA been good? What have I been saying? And I'll speak about myself in the third person. What has HA Goodman been saying? I am telling you they are closing in. I'm telling you eventually she's going to get indicted. And she will. And when it happens, remember I told you for the past 3 years or so, or 2 years, sorry. Going on 2.5 years. Preparing to interview Comey following the August recess to press him on his decision to make process leading up to the 2016 election. Comey is on the list of witnesses to bring in over the next 8 weeks. Wow. But it'll probably be for a deposition, not a public hearing. Even better. Even better. He knows he can't lie in a deposition. He knows that anything he says in a deposition will definitely be used against him. And if they're talking about a deposition, they know that there's a lawsuit. They don't talk about depositions unless there's some kind of trial or lawsuit or grand jury or legal process. Deposition's no joke. Deposition is no joke. We're going to get to 300, ladies and gentlemen. We'll do it like the little engine that could. So where am I here? Additionally, Republicans are prepared to issue a subpoena in the event Comey dodges their investigation or invitation to testify. If he resists, there is discussion. I anticipate that he would be subpoenaed. So, subpoenaed for a deposition. Interesting. Meanwhile, conservative watchdog group Judicial Watch revealed on Friday that the FBI has asked Comey to keep federal records and submit other records he currently has back to the FBI. Look at that. It is July 30th, 2018, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it is July 30th, 2018. The move happened after Judicial Watch and Daily Caller News Foundation voiced concern about Comey maintaining government documents on his personal email accounts following the Justice Department's Inspector General report released in June that claimed there were numerous instances in which Comey used a personal email account. A big deal. Who cares? The server is the issue, but the main thing is that basically the cover-up with Clinton emails and the fact he used the Fisa warrant. The guy's on the hook. Then he gave classified memos to somebody outside the U.S. government. The guy's on the hook for like a million different things. He's on the hook for so many things. What did he know about Strzok? What did he know about Page? What did he know about McCabe? They're all going to flip and sing on each other. And the government works ever so slowly. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Frank Stein! I'm glad I got to tune into this chat tonight. Hello, chat room and HIM. Enjoying your commentary. The humor politics mix is so great. Thank you, Frankenstein. Thank you. The Roseman. Loud citizen. Frankenstein. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Frankenstein. We got 256 people. We're slowly moving up in the world. It's just, somewhat of a slow news day. It'll speed up. So it's incredible that it took Judicial Watch's prodding of the FBI to ask Mr. Comey to return federal records over a year after he was fired. Judicial Watch is amazing. Like, when it goes down, they will be the biggest factor why Clinton gets indicted. The biggest factor. She will eventually get charged. Just like at this moment in time relative to the election, Clinton's election, at this moment in time relative to that, nobody ever could even imagine Trump winning. They could not imagine Trump winning. They couldn't imagine it. They couldn't imagine Trump winning. Like, most people can't imagine Hillary getting indicted. They can't imagine Hillary being charged. They can't imagine it. Because it doesn't fit the, oh my God, she's omnipotent myth. Mr. Comey continues to be protected by the FBI and DOJ. It is outrageous the agencies oppose a simple preservation order to make sure no Comey records are lost or destroyed. These people are dragging their feet, but eventually you're going to have Judicial Watch, you're going to have Jim Jordan, you're going to have Mark Meadows, you're going to have all these people, Devin Nunes, Ron DeSantis, Lee Zeldin. You're going to have all these people, simply keep prodding and pushing, and eventually the system won't be able to protect Clinton any longer. The system is protecting Clinton. The system. Rosie Benuelos. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Rosie Benuelos. Thank you. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Rosie Benuelos. Thank you. We're almost at 300. What's up? Thank you, Johnny. Yes. Got to put sunblock all over my big melon. That's right. Nothing burger. Yes. So let's go ahead and I just want to Paul Sperry. Paul Sperry is the man. Oh, Bruce Tomaszewski. Clint. Did I? Yes, Paul Sperry. What? Brian Ross. Okay. So, okay. At Fisa footnote, the FBI speculates the identified U.S. persons who hired Steele was likely looking for information that could be used to discredit candidate one's campaign. Why speculate when FBI knew at the time Clinton lawyers hired that person Simpson? Very duplicitous. Of course it is. Of course it is. And so you have a situation where, thank you, Sean. You have a situation where, like, people are like, oh my God, Trump is just horrible. Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, Trump that. Oh, Trump is horrible. Everything is well, Trump. Well, what about Comey? Nosicle J. Mueller has Trump on a number of charges: jaywalking, driving without a seatbelt, underage drinking, failing to get a dog license, and removing a mattress tag in 2005. Yes, you cannot do that. Cannot remove the mattress tag, I guess. Nosicle J. I'm thinking of, yes, well, that would be Kim. That would be fantastic. Brandon Tatum is fantastic, Josh. Yes, I catch him. His videos are awesome. Nosicle J. Mueller has Trump on a number of charges: jaywalking, driving without a seatbelt, underage drinking, failing to get a dog license, and removing a mattress tag in 2005. Yes, HAK. That's right. So the Justice Department IG also determined that Comey was fired by Trump in 2007 was in some mills. But see, that's the thing. But the report ultimately determined that though at times improper behavior was exhibited, the action by the FBI, the actions did not alter the results of the Clinton investigation. They did, and actually, the nuance there is that they didn't want to. What they might simply end up doing is charging Clinton after they've refused to admit any wrongdoing, which is very likely what's going to take place. They know very well what happened, and it was all for Clinton. I mean, this is a Hill article. Admit it, James Comey, you've been lying. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. Oops, not that one. Let's not read that one. Let's not read that one. There's so many different So we got 300 people here. Let's look at James Comey again. House Republicans want to grill James Comey about the 2016 election. They're eager to press the former director on a series of decisions he made in 2016. At the end of the day, it's like people don't realize that this is the height of corruption. It's not Trump. The Mueller probe is perhaps it has to be the dumbest, most idiotic thing on the planet. This is BuzzFeed News, which is hilarious. BuzzFeed suing the DNC. Giuliani backed up Trump's repeated claims that he asked Comey to go easy on Flynn. So what? So what if he asked Comey to go easy on Flynn? Flynn did nothing wrong. So what? Law and crime. Giuliani asserts it was Trump's right to ask James Comey for a break. Okay, he pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI, but Strzok was the person who interviewed him. Strzok is a known liar. He didn't even pass a polygraph. He's known as basically a W. Wasserman Schultz in the FBI. He's known as somebody who hated Trump, who wanted Clinton to win 1,000,000-1, who had an insurance policy, who wanted to stop Trump, who said there's no there. So who cares if he lied to Strzok? And furthermore, there are reports that said he didn't lie to Strzok or to the other guy there. Democrats are criminalizing the most trivial things. Thank you, Elizabeth Luker. Thank you. No, Hillary suffers from Kuru, disease from cannibalism. And if we're not a disease, then why did I learn about it in med school? Of course it's real. Tired of people simply saying fatigue, seizures, etc. Thank you, Elizabeth Luker. Thank you. Thank you as always, Elizabeth. Thank you as always. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you as always, Elizabeth. Thank you. Well, I mean, you lost audio. Did somebody lose audio? Is my audio okay? Is my testing 1, 2, 3 testing? Testing. How's the audio, ladies and gentlemen? Strzok failed a lie detector test. So Elizabeth Luker, thank you. Thank you, Skylar. Okay. It was out of scope. Oh my goodness. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm glad you can hear me fine. Yes. The lie detector was out of scope. Let's go to the Georgia Nighthawk. The Georgia Nighthawk, Doug Collins. That's right. Polygraph and security clearance.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Nice.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Truck, I appreciate you being here. Thank you, and I will assure you I take this very seriously.
Ooh.
But also, I want to, as you go in and look in, there's been a lot of talk about text. There's been a lot of talk about your bias, non-bias, your opinions, and your willing.
Here's
to
Doug
elaborate on
Collins.
that. I have some questions that will not require you to have to be elaborate or anything. They're going to be simple, straightforward questions, because as I've been looking through this and also talking to the current FBI director, the current deputy attorney general, and reading through some things have popped up that I think at least need some clarification.
It's all good.
When was the last time you were subject to a polygraph?
Approximately 2 or 3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago. To your knowledge, have you ever failed a polygraph or found to be out of scope?
I've never failed one. I was out of scope prior to my last polygraph.
I never failed one, but I was out of scope.
And that would have been at what time? You said 2 to 3 years ago. Could you be more specific?
Sir, I think we can cut to the chase. I think there's an email that talks about people being out of scope for a polygraph, which generated my last polygraph.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to be cut to the chase.
Sir,
So January. So you want to go ahead and say January 2016 when you received a text or an email, correct?
Sir, if that's the date, I'll stipulate to that. I don't have those.
Okay, we'll take that as a stipulation. Has an examiner ever accused you of attempting to use countermeasures during a polygraph examination?
Not to my recollection.
So they're on to him now. Elizabeth Luker, thank you so much. What? Out of scope, I assume, means he's lying, or that it's with beyond the limits of him telling the truth. Elizabeth Luker, thank you again.
No.
You received your email in January, as you've stated, and you've stipulated to. Your polygraph was out of scope in January 2016. To your knowledge, how long was your polygraph out of scope?
Sir, I don't know. I recall it's the penultimate, the second to last polygraph I had was when I was a supervisor at Washington Field Office, which would have occurred somewhere between 2008 and 2011. My understanding of what out of scope means for the FBI is that polygraphs have a kind of 5-year span of effectiveness or validity. We had several people we were trying to, including me, trying to get read into a particular intelligence compartment. They ran the names. Me and some others were out of scope, which happens because polygraphs are the line for polygraphs is longer than the normal.
I understand. I'm a member of the military, Mr. Struck. I understand the lines for polygraph. I understand the delays in them. However, you happen to have a very secure job and a very one who's highly sensitive. So the question is, again, I would assume to answer your evasiveness, you did not know how long you were out of scope. Is that correct? Yes or no?
That's fair, sir. I was trying to recreate it by recollection, but
so yes or no? Do you know how long you were out of scope?
I do not.
Okay. What steps were taken to bring you into scope?
I went and had a polygraph.
Okay. When was then? All right. Was this after the January 16 letter that you received?
It would have been afterwards. Yes, sir.
Okay. If you were out of scope, when was the last time you accessed classified information?
Last night before last, preparing for this.
Okay.
Oh my God. He accessed classified information the night before last? What the heck? How is this guy means expired? Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, Kickwicks. Thank you. Okay. And he accessed classified intelligence the night before that.
Okay. You currently have what classification?
I have a top secret clearance with some SCI compartments.
A top secret clearance, and he knew very well that top secret intelligence was on a basement server. What kind of fool allows that to take place under his watch? Simply because he's told that, well, you know, within the scope of the investigation, we weren't really tasked with the responsibility of finding out, you know. We weren't tasked with the responsibility of finding out if Clinton had transferred how she transferred the information.
Okay. During the time that you were out of scope, did you have access to SCI?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware that it is FBI procedure that a failure or out of scope polygraph does not terminate a top secret, but however, a failure of this would require you to be read out of SCI access, although you could maintain your top secret? This was a direct answer from a question that I posed and was received within the last week. Were you aware that you should have been read out of any SCI information?
Sure. I believe you used the word failure, which implies, in my mind, a failed poly. I am not and was not aware of the fact that an out-of-scope polygraph required a read out of SCI.
Sensitive compartmented information facilities. So SCI, sensitive compartmented information. Sensitive compartmented information. Sensitive compartmented information.
Back to the question. The answer came back from the FBI and Justice itself that that is the procedure. So the next question I have is, after the 2618 that you did your polygraph, at what time? You said you were out of scope, you were brought in by giving a polygraph. When would that have been?
Again, sir, my recollection is the 2016 timeframe, but after that email, but I don't know when, within a month or two, I think.
Are you also aware in the publicly stated version of the IG report that there has been some serious questions and issues concerning polygraph information and lack of polygraph procedures? One of the
Elizabeth Luker, can we start a match for HA? If we enjoy independent journalists, we got to support them. We need their voices heard. God bless. God bless you, Elizabeth Luker. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you very, very much, Elizabeth. Thank you. Loud Citizen. I want to take Hillary to McDonald's so I can watch her eat. And see the numbers go up. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but it's funny. Elizabeth Luker, thank you so very, very much. So his polygraph was expired or out of scope, and so it has to be renewed. And Strocky Poo, again, the Office of Professional Responsibility will descend biblical judgment on him.
Within the last week, were you aware that you should have been read out of any SCI information?
Sure. I believe you used the word failure, which implies in my aware of the fact that an out-of-scope polygraph required a read out of SCI.
Then the question, I accept that, Mr. Struck, but I want that back to the question. The answer came back from the FBI and Justice itself that is the procedure. So the next question I have is, after the 2618 you did your polygraph, at what time? You said
so. That's the Office of Professional Responsibility is going to descend upon him. The office, so he should never have been given sensitive compartmented information. So I've been wrong about the out of scope, but I didn't just pay attention. I just figured it was a time frame. And I appreciate, who was it that? Kickwicks. Thank you, Kickwicks. And he was out of scope. He accessed info. The Office of Professional Responsibility is going to descend upon him. Okay? If you thought Andrew McCabe was got a raw deal, he didn't really get a raw deal. Kickwicks, thank you so much. Again, thank you. If Andrew McCabe got what he deserved, but this guy is going to get even exponentially more.
You were out of scope. You were brought in by giving a polygraph. When would that have been?
Again, sir, my recollection is the 2016 timeframe, but after that email, but I don't know when. Within a month or two, I think.
Are you also?
My recollection is that when I was trying to go ahead and gather as much top secret intelligence to hurt Trump and to exonerate Clinton, I was still able to access all the top secret intelligence that apparently I was not able to access.
In the publicly stated version of the IG report that there has been some serious questions and issues concerning polygraph information and lack of polygraph procedures in the Department of Justice and FBI that was brought out by the Inspector General.
I'm generally aware that there was a report, but I'm not aware of the conclusions.
One of the general concerns on this is that when you were out of scope, and this is the answer coming back from the Department of Justice, you should have been read out of SCI. My concern is that during this time frame, you were involved in two very high profile, what would have been, or at least getting ready for SCI information in which you were not read out of.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
This is a concern. There's nothing else from that question. I have no further questions, and I'm finished, and I yield back.
I think you misstated the conclusion there, sir. I think you said that in the event of a failure, it would require readout, and that's not what you concluded.
The gentleman from Georgia controls the time.
Mr. Truck,
the time's over, Mr. Chairman.
Matt Gates. Oh, Matt Gates, you got to see this. Oh my goodness, this is. You have to go to 507. Just at your free time. Remember this. 507. Thank you, Kickwix, by the way, for the important info. 507 on this. I think it's Matt Gates, and he was like this.
Comment to what I believe is a misstatement.
Briefly,
sir, from your answer, what I took that to be is in the event of a failure, an individual should be read out.
No, Strocky Poo. Don't gaslight the people on your behind. Don't gaslight them. Who cares what you thought it meant? Loud Citizen. If Hillary is accountable, I'm a fan of H.A. Goodman. Loud Citizen. Thank you, Loud Citizen. Thank you. Okay, so it's not. It was the fact that his maybe I don't know if the correct term would be expired or out of scope. He should never have been given access to certain high-level intelligence, sensitive intelligence. And he's like, oh, but sir, I think that it's basically only if I failed the polygraph. No. If it's out of scope, whatever, expired.
Conflating that with a out of scope or failure. It is not my understanding that out of scope requires somebody to be read out. It may be. I'm not a security professional, but
I'm not a security professional. I'm not a cybersecurity professional. Well, what the heck are you? When they asked about, Gomer's like, every one of her emails have been forwarded to an entity, not Russia. And he's like, sir, I'm not a cybersecurity professional. I can't really help you on that. Now he's like, I'm not a security professional. What the heck are you? You just existed to help Clinton?
You appear to.
So you're out of seat right now with an answer that was received from the Department of Justice. And that is an interesting answer that you just gave, that you may have been out of sync. And the question now becomes, is policies and procedures failed or not failed? This is a serious investigation, which I do take seriously. And if you were to be read out, you should have been read out. That is my final answer statement, not a question, not opposed. I yield back.
Oh, Doug Collins. Can everybody subscribe to Doug Collins right now? Everyone subscribe. Yes, wait, how many people does Doug Collins have? This is an abomination. He only has 715 subs. Let's get this guy to 1,000 at least, ladies and gentlemen. I only have 353 now. Usually have 1,000, but it's a slow day today. Very slow. This is the Doug Collins, the Georgia Nighthawk. Ladies and gentlemen, sub to his channel. Sub to Doug Collins' channel. Sub to this man's channel. He is awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
I call him the Georgia Nighthawk because I believe that's the mascot from his alma mater. So, as always, Strzok is like, no, I think you have it wrong, sir. I think the way it is, and shut up. Quiet. Quiet. Enough of the gaslighting. Okay. When you have Doug Collins, Will Carter, thanks for all you do. FYI, there's a new petition to pardon Julian Assange this out. Do you need that info to pass along to the fold? Will Carter, just go ahead and text it to me. Not. I mean, sorry, not. If you can, tweet it to me, Will. I'm at H.A. Goodman Author. Not on here, but I'm at H.A. Goodman Author. But so, Elizabeth Luker, we do have some badasses out there like Doug, Louis, Jim Jordan, etc. Support them. Elizabeth Luker, yes. Oh, Jim Jordan, Louis Gomer. You're gonna see when Democrats get just destroyed. Let's go. I gotta tell you, oh Lord, what am I doing? Will Carter, thank you so much. Yeah, if you could tweet that out to me at H.A. Goodman Author, that'd be great. Elizabeth Luker, thank you so very much as always. Elizabeth, thank you. I think that this week is going to see some really interesting things going on. And yeah, I think that it's going to be pretty awesome. This is an amazing live chat. Whether it's 400 people or 1,200 people, it's just always amazing. All right. All right here. I'm just looking at, like, I'm happy that I'm growing in stature with the Trump people. Hey. It's pretty cool. I'm going to pick up a new firearm this week. It's a fantastic firearm. Fantastic firearm. I'm not going to tell you until I pick it up. Thank you, Deputy Dog. So let's just see what else is going on here. I love the fact that they think that they're going to be so utterly disappointed. They're going to be so utterly disappointed when Democrats lose. Democrats' 2018 midterm Senate dreams slip away. Let's see this article. Wow. Do my eyes deceive me? Democrats' Senate dream slips away. Oh, Senate. Yeah, well, that's obvious. I don't even want to get to the Senate. Senate. To win the Senate, okay. So, yeah, Senate is done. I'm talking about the House. Let's see. So the Senate is pretty much done. House, McCaskill's already blaming Russia. So it's like, oh, here we go. Democrats are gaining ground in the House midterms. Are Democrats losing the midterms? Will 2018 midterms flip the House? No, they won't flip the House. Why do they quote Howard Dean here? It's like quoting, like, I don't know, Gumby or something. June 7th, Vox, midterm election forecast. Democrats are still narrowly favored. That means the Democrats are going to lose because of Russia. Jeff B. Thank you for the hard work. I'm disabled. Wish this was. Oh, God bless you. Jeff B. You didn't even have to do that. Just you watching is good enough. Thank you, Jeff B. It means a lot to me. Thank you, Jeff B. And God bless you. And I just thank you for watching, Jeff. I have the best people watching this channel. It is so fun. It is so wonderful. I get good vibrations from you, Jeff, and so many other people. When I was on the left, every day, it was, HA, you suck, you stink, you're the worst, you're horrible, you're everything bad, everything's horrible, everything's bad, you're an idiot, you're a moron, you're dumb, you smell, da-da-da, HA, you're the worst, wish you weren't born, da-da-da. That's a good day. That's a good day on the left. So Jeff B., God bless you and thank you for the good vibrations. It's awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you. Eric H. Much love to all on HA After Dark, 13 Angry Dems, and John O'Brien on his last call into FBI dating service. So outrageous that they break for recess and still hundreds needing approval for Trump. WTF. Exactly. I can't wait till they just slam the ball, spike it in the end zone. Yeah, Kavanaugh. Brett Kavanaugh, what's up now? What are you going to do? When they confirm Kavanaugh, like that'll be like the wind out of the sails. Like Democrats will be like, why do I even go to the polls? They already got Kavanaugh in. Eric H. Thank you, Eric H. Thank you. The outlook for a blue wave explained. The generic ballot is tightening, but Democrats are still narrowly favored. Democrats' polling advantage has narrowed. The Virginia House race at the center of the Bigfoot erotica controversy. What the heck? What am I missing here? The heck? No doubt the Democrats. It's no doubt a Democrat thing. Hold on. It can't be a Republican thing. Okay. What is going on here? What? What kind of insanity is this? I don't even want to read about this craziness. What kind of weird stuff is this? Oh, whatever. Okay. Bizarre. Very bizarre. At the end of the day, Democrats might blow the 2018 midterm. I've been saying that. I've been on RT. I can't wait till. So Eric H, thank you. Frank, thank you. San Francisco's a good example. If we had if we had our country run by homeless people every block, pooping on the street, thousands of injections, needles on the ground. That's what I like to call a wonderful Saturday night. Frank, thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. The Butt 2007. I thought McConnell canceled August recess to catch up on confirming Trump nominees. I saw an article in the Hill weeks back. Now I think they're going to have a recess. They'll come back in August. The Butt 2007. I think they, So they're not going to, you need 24 seats. You need a blue wave. You need a lot of people. And, you just need a lot of a big voter turnout. And you're not going to get voter turnout, especially if Kavanaugh, when will Kavanaugh's going to get nominated beforehand, which I think he will. When will Brett Kavanaugh confirmation hearing be? The process won't be quick. No, there's. All right, so. By the fall? What?
At Southwest,
I don't care. We're incompetent before the fall is out that Brett Kavanaugh will be justice before the fall. That doesn't mean, wait, November. Well, actually, October. That's actually, sorry. Frank, thank you enough. Thank you again. Now, see here, I don't really know. Probably should. So, Senator Mitch McConnell said he expects to have Kavanaugh confirmed by October 1st. If that's the case, that means curtains for, that's one less reason for Democrats to run to the polls. Kavanaugh inches closer to confirmation hearing with new filing. Early October. The guy's like squeaky, 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 squeaky clean. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky clean. Then you get Amy Barrett a little later on. Yeah, it's going to be a good fight. David Kaplan, what's up, HASC? Kavanaugh only interprets the law. We need Senate seats as they write the law, no? Yes. Yes, and Republicans are going to get Senate seats. Republicans are going to get Senate seats. They might lose in the House some seats, but they will retain control of the House. And it'll be fantastic. It'll be fantastic. So if it's October, like they're saying, it's game over for Dems. Game over for Dems. So Daryl Issa looks to have. So that's one. Looks to have a Republican. Mostly red. Just looking at the California seats up for grabs. No, I don't think. Costello West, thank you. Thank you, Costello West. I do not think that. I don't think Democrats have a chance. I mean, you have so much dissension. And it's not just young people who are leaving. It's just people who are like, I've had enough. This is insane. I'd go ahead and show you the Karl Rove segment, but I can't stand Karl Rove. I just listen to him because he does know a little bit about electoral politics, but I can't stand him because of Iraq. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've had enough. I think you need to go to bed and Eric Neff says he left his. Oh, Frank, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to my super chat, thank you so very, very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a great day. God bless. We'll be back tomorrow. You are all absolutely wonderful. God bless you all. Have sweet dreams. And thank you so very, very much for watching to my super chat. Thank you. Give me every incentive to rock these live streams. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you.